What's going on, guys? I'm officially done with my Stryker crossbow experiments. These are the PSC Chaos limbs. These are really thin, and these are the original limbs that the Stryker comes with. These are 125 pound of a draw, and these ones are 40. And it's way easier to cock. It's still fast because of the cam design, and it's still a really good crossbow. Something that I had to do was I cut off about an inch off of the limbs, and they did not fit on top of here. The reason for that is because I had to cut them this way. You know, these holes aren't really necessary, but I did have to cut them like this in the sides so they could actually fit on the Stryker. And that's what I did. I used a Dremel tool, just like a little Dremel saw, to do it, and it worked really good. So they fit on there like a glove, and yeah, that's something that I did. I also tried just loosening the two bolts with the actual limbs on, and I gotta tell you, I do not recommend doing that at all because it's not safe at all. And yeah, as you can see in this picture, that the limbs look very weird. It just makes your Stryker crossbow looks weird, and it's still very powerful, so it's not even really worth doing it. And it's just really, it's like really dangerous. As soon as I was putting on the strings one time, it actually exploded, and yeah, it's not safe. It took me like about half an hour to find the screw, and it flew from my bow press all the way to up there. So it's very dangerous. I would not recommend loosening the limbs on the Stryker. I would recommend just getting new limbs, but it's really hard to find new limbs like the Strykers, but I managed to do it. But anyway, yeah. These limbs are, let me see. You can see how skinny they are compared to the Stryker's original ones. Like, you see that? That's like about half as skinny as it. But yeah, everything worked out great. Something that I had to do was change the whole cam design. As you can see, this is just an ordinary screw with a nut, and that's all I did, and it worked really good. Something else that I did was that the cam was rubbing against the limb every time I would load it. And what I did to fix that is I put some washers right there. That's about 2 washers. And that fixed it right up. It does not rub against the limb anymore. And yeah, let me see. What else did I do? These limbs are still a bit longer than the Stryker's actual limbs. You could tell because, you know, the string isn't really touching the string stop. But I like it this way. It works really good still, so I'm not going to change it up. I'm going to leave them that long. And yeah, when I first shot this, I laughed because it was very weak. This was way too weak, and what I did, I tried pressing the 2 screws more so it could be a bit more powerful, and that didn't work because the limbs are a bit too skinny for it. So what I did is I put some dimes, about 3 dimes each side on the limbs, so it could actually like squeeze and tighten the limbs, and it worked. It's a bit more powerful now. It's not like very powerful, but it's more powerful than how it was before. This thing shoots about, it's about as tough as my slingshot crossbow, but it's way easier to load than my slingshot crossbow, and that's what makes it good. It does not give you the finger pinch thing anymore. You could just load it and you won't have that much of a problem anymore. And yeah, it feels really smooth. I did replace all of the strings and cables on it. These are brand new, all of these. And yeah, that's pretty much all I did. And I did also buy new screws for the foot stirrup because the original ones do kind of suck. But yeah, that's all I did. One downside is that right here you could see some numbers from the limbs, you know. But I don't really mind that. I don't really care. I'm just going to leave them that way. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Enough talk, and let me show you guys how it works. I'm going to shoot at that tree down there. It's very straight and it's very accurate. Something that I did have to do was time the heck out of these cams because I don't know if I made one limb longer than the other, but as far as I know, they were both the same. But I have to really like time these cams because it was way off. But now the cams are really, they're really good now, but I had to time them. So that's something you might have to do if you want to try this, but yeah. So here's the bolt. As you can see, the whole tip went in, and it went about an inch in, I believe, and that was from all the way up there, and that's pretty far. So now I'm just going to be shooting it to this wrapped up mannequin right there, from over there, and let's see how it goes. So there's a little shooting test for you guys. I'm still going to try to make it a bit more powerful. I don't know how, but I'm going to see how I can. But yeah, and believe me when I say this, this is actually the quietest crossbow I have ever shot in my life. This is way quieter than the Horned Eagle, because the Horned Eagle is the weakest crossbow I have. And yeah, it's like still really quiet, and that's awesome. And that's why I did put the string stops back on. And yeah. I'm pretty sure this crossbow is a bit more like tighter than how it was before, but it still is really good. I don't care. To be honest, I don't care if it looks like Daryl's or not, because I just don't. But yeah, so this is it, and thank you guys for watching.